Democracy. In olden days, our country was ruled by kings and chieftains. Tamil Nadu was ruled by the Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. Kalabras, Pallavas, Nayaks, Marathas and others conquered and ruled over various parts of Tamil Nadu. The Europeans like the English, Portuguese, French and Dutch came to India for trade. In India, there were frequent wars among the rulers. Taking advantage of this situation, the English substituted the Indians and ruled over the country for more than 200 years. During this period, the zamindari system emerged. Most of the land was under the control of the zamindars. The Indians were eager to free themselves from the British rule. They did not want the British to rule over them. They wanted the Indians to rule the country. At the same time, they decided to remove the inequality in the society. The Indians joined together and revolted against the British rule. As a result of this, India got independence on 15th August 1947. In independent India, there was a discussion regarding the type of government to be formed. They were in favor of a democratic government. According to the desire, after independence, a democratic government was established. Democracy means government of the people, by the people and for the people. People who have attained 18 years of age are eligible to cast their vote and elect their representatives. This is called democracy. This type of administrative setup is called a republic. India is a republic. We have framed our own laws and our constitution. Our government. Only elected representatives of the parliament and the assembly can make decisions, frame the laws and implement various plans. Our representatives are elected through elections. Those who have completed 18 years of age are eligible to contest in the elections. There is no discrimination in caste, creed, religion, language, gender, and economic status to contest in the election. The Constitution assures justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. The Supreme Court is a guardian of a constitution. People can approach the court with their grievances and get justice. All are equal before law. Those who are talented and interested can become lawyers or judges with proper educational qualifications. Administrative officers provide the daily requirements like drinking water, electricity, food supply, and transport. The administrative officers are in the various stages. They are Village Administrative Officer, Revenue Inspector, Tahsildar, Revenue Divisional Officer, and District Revenue Officer. The District Collector receives orders from the state government and implements them through these officers. The collector, along with the subordinate officers, help to implement the development programs. If we find any disparities in the basic services, we have to approach the concerned officers and mention our grievances. Every Monday is observed as Grievance Day. People residing in that area can approach the officer with their grievances. Apart from this, once a month, officers from the district collector to the village administrative officers have to camp in remote villages. Those who do not have the facility to visit the district collector's office can utilize this opportunity and approach the collector directly and hand over their petitions. In the same camp, all the grievances are solved by the public relationship programs. Maintaining law and order and the prevention of crimes is the duty of the police department. The duties of the defense force is to protect our country's border from foreign invasion. In times of natural calamities, they help the civil administrators. The head of the Indian government is the Prime Minister. Each state is ruled by the ministers under the leadership of the Chief Minister. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and State Assembly representatives are elected according to the Indian Constitution.